Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm going to be doing a video on triggers, and if you get triggered quite easily or you hate it when you get triggered, then this video I think is going to be super helpful. In fact, I was just it gave I was on YouTube and it kind of brought up like an idea for making a video, and it was around emotions and triggers. And I looked at the number one video on there. It was by this psychiatrist, and she was saying, when you get triggered, it's not great, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, so what you need to do is see when you're getting triggered, watch your heart rate go up and stuff, and then say which emotion it is. Which, I suppose it's something, but you're not understanding why you're getting triggered. And when people come see me, they want to know why they're getting triggered. So I thought the video was like almost so basic that it can cause problems, because everyone knows what emotion they feel when they get triggered. Like she said that it builds space. Well, I disagree. I know people who know, I got angry. I have no idea why. So let's go into it, and I'm going to give a particular example. Interestingly, I saw that video so I was thinking about doing an emotional triggers video earlier, and then I had a client this afternoon, and I checked her notes before the session, and it was she wanted to work on emotional triggers. There's no such thing as coincidences. And so she's quite a well-known person in the fashion industry. And she was telling me about that she's aware of some behaviors that trigger her, and when she's triggered, she does these behaviors more. And so it's perfect way to start to dig in and find out why. In knowing why you do them, then you don't do them. Okay, so in knowing why, you start to understand the behavior, and then the behavior dissolves. So in the darkness, it builds and it takes a hold of you, and most people have no idea why. I have thousands of examples, but we're going to focus on this one. And so what was interesting was her life's going really well, and the more her life goes well, the more she feels she might get some panic attacks, or she has certain behaviors like she gossips, or she lies, or she's manipulative. Now, in me talking about this client's behavior, you may say, "Oh, you shouldn't really talk about a client's behavior." But what you have to understand is, I'm talking about an open source protocol, which is the mind. Everyone has the same. Everyone is running the same 5 programs within that deep operating system. It's super simple, and that framework is true if you look, and that it runs all human behavior. And so everything can be brought down to understanding this framework. So the reason why I'm going to bang on about this framework is because, let's say you're getting triggers, you can find out exactly why and then resolve it or dissolve it. So in her particular case, she's based on the left side of the hamster wheel. Her partner's on the right. This is normally the case. You're always with someone who's usually on the opposite side of the hamster wheel to you. If you want to know which hamster wheel you're on, there's a quiz link below in the description, and you can quickly go there and it'll give you information about what you need to do. And I have a book. Let me just bring that up. There you go. Glitch. And that explains the 5 wheels and how to clear them so you can experience the best life possible. So it's the 1 or 0. You're either suffering or you're peaceful and happy. So that book explains all of this. So she's based on the left side of the hamster wheel. So that means that the wording she used in the session was, she was talking about being unable, and she wanted to be more able to not gossip, or more able to not do these behaviors. So what we did was she told me the things she wanted to work on, these triggers and the particular behaviors, and then we brought it down to which wheel was driving the behaviors. So it turned out it was able, unable. Now, you might go, gossiping, what's that got to do with unable, able? Well, I said to her, I bet that when you gossip about people's unableness. She goes, yeah. And you're unable to stop yourself from gossiping. Yeah. So gossiping is for people to project their unableness onto others and to feel more able. It's a pretty it's a very basic program. You could say that it's kind of shallow and criticize it, but it's just you're running an old program that was created by a child. So able and unable. And so we were able to find out that program ran all her triggers. So it ran her manipulation, her lying. So she would manipulate to feel more able to be seen as valuable because she felt unable. So whenever she manipulated, she now knows that it's coming from the unableness. So she's imbalanced on the wheel, or she's feeling kind of triggered and she's feeling unable, so she manipulates. When she says a lie, what we found was her behavior is she's trying to feel more valuable, or let's say make someone jealous. She will be doing that to, try and feel more valuable. It's a child program, and you may be thinking, what? She sounds crazy. No, everyone does this. Everyone is running these hamster wheels. Even still Sylvester Stallone in his documentary, he talks about kind of the hamster wheels. You look at all behavior in humanity, everyone, all the famous people, the celebs, everything, they're all running the same programs as you and I. And they're brutal as well. They're rigged. They rig the game that is life. So we don't want that. We want to be free from them. So what was fundamentally happened was, let me just check my notes, was, she performed behaviors to feel more able. So everything I just said, making someone jealous, lying, manipulation, and gossiping. It was coming out of fear. So she did that because she felt unable, and it made her feel more able. So now we know why she does it. It's no point going, I feel angry, I feel this, I feel that. No, inevitably, because when we're triggered, it's coming from deep down inside. It is the emotion from childhood that created the programs. Great. But we have to understand the behavior. And so what was happening was she was trying to feel more able, valuable, but she was just slipping back to feeling unable again each time. She was unable to stop herself gossiping. She felt extremely unable when she did these behaviors. She never really felt able. She would slide back. That's the nature of the hamster wheel. So, and kind of counterintuitively, the more she tries to be able, she's going to be unable. That's the paradox of the hamster wheels. But also she's actually, because when you're positioned on the left side of the hamster wheel, that is actually your safe position, which you might go, what? No one would be safe feeling unable. Yes. And in fact, it's dangerous for her to be able. So that's where sabotage comes in a human's behavior. That'll be if someone ever comes to me and they're sabotaging them, or something is sabotaging them, say their health, I'd be looking at that. If you're on the right side, unableness is dangerous, and you at all costs have to be safe by being extremely valuable and able. But inevitably, the hamster wheels always balance. That's the nature of this game. So, So let me kind of bring that all back to what's the point of this. So the emotional, she's triggered. So she's triggered, and she's triggered by her own behaviors, really. She also realizing the more she gains, say in a relationship, the more she feels the vulnerability, gain, loss. The more she has to lose that she has gained, right? And so you have to understand that as a behavior as well. Quite a few people will not gain so that they don't lose, but they lose. and then the right side spend all their time gaining, but in doing so they lose out on what is valuable. These are the fundamental rules. So they run you, they run me, they run, you name the star, they run them. This is the framework, the open source protocol that I've discovered that runs the mind, and it's very, very essential. It's essential to know, especially if you're triggered a lot. When you know the behavior, you won't get triggered. Or more importantly, let's say you get triggered, then you can go, oh, I know what that is. I'm doing it's the hamster wheel, unable, able. And then you can move into a position of compassion by knowing the truth. Who wrote this program that's running, this mechanical, this a habit? Well, it's little me. It was before I was 4 years old. It's a binary, really mechanical script that keeps running me. So when you realize that, you go, hey, it's okay. It's okay, little Rob. It's okay, little you. And what that does, it dissolves the program, and then it balances so that you're neutral to both being able. You're not constantly trying to, be able and valuable and telling everyone how amazing you are. And you're also okay and neutral to feeling unable. You're balanced. And when you're balanced, that is the way everything opens up to you. It is, as the Taoists would say, the Wu Wei. It's the way of effortlessly non-doing, which if you read Lao Tzu's book, it's actually holding up the iPad. I've got a Taoist book there. Beautiful poems, but quite a few people I don't understand how this, I don't know, it's beautiful, but I don't really understand it. It's like talks about the way. Well, fundamentally, he should have been talking about hamster wheels, and they run us, and it's when we're jammed up on one side or the other. In the yin and the yang side are jammed. So you're imbalanced, and you always rebalance in the universe. Energy always rebalances. So finish off. If there's things in your life that are bothering you, that you're suffering about, you're emotionally triggered, you need to step into admin mode. Look at the programs that are running in your mind. It's like a operating system that's super old. It's just mechanical. There's 5 programs. Read them about them in my book. And once you spend a bit of time watching and understanding the mind, then you'll see that it is a prison of our own making. And the only way to change it is to reprogram it via admin mode, which is non-doing. All right. Thanks so much. And I'd love to hear your comments on this. Pop them down below. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about, I will pop it in the comments below. And please like and share. I think everyone needs this work. And so I'm just going to be plowing out lots more videos on this content to help us humans enjoy life, and to stop all the wars and the conflict and the suffering that there is in the world. Thanks so much. Bye.